The World Without Visas. Around the World with Valery Shanin. The campaign on the Phrygian Way became the next stage of the World Without Visas project, within which Valery Shanin travels only around the countries visa-free for Russians. In this campaign, his fellow travelers became Mainu Klemantieva from the island of Sakhalin and Sergei Oskolkov from Krasnoyarsk. Turkey, the Phrygian Way. In the 13th century, in the territory of Western Anatolia, there was an ancient state, Phrygia. It was founded by Phrygians who immigrated to Asia Minor from the Balkan Peninsula. Across the territory of ancient Phrygia is laid the walking tourist route, the Phrygian Way. Its total length is 506 kilometers. The trail is marked by standard red-white marks. They show the direction and distance to the nearest attractions or village. Ancient ruins are scattered in a huge territory. On the most part of them, archaeological excavation were never carried out. There are neither ticket offices, nor protections, nor any explanatory plaques. The travelers going on the trail have a unique opportunity to feel not as tourists going sightseeing, but as pioneers exploring the unknown science of a civilization. Our travel begins in the capital of ancient Phrygia. The city of Gordion, located on the riverbank of Sangaria, is buried under a 6-meter layer of the earth. Here is a plain on which dozens of huge barrows stick out of the earth. Under the biggest of them, the legendary Tsar Midas has been buried. Archaeologists have dug out only the fortress located in the central part of the city. Now, restoration works are kept inside the fortress. On the most part of the territory of the city, archaeological excavations weren't carried out yet. Right on the spot where people once lived, Turkish peasants grow cereals and vegetables. The best thing growing here is onions. At the end of September, all the villagers are engaged in its harvesting. There are so many onions to harvest that it takes several days in a row to gather them with trucks and tractors. Onions can be grown only on lands directly adjacent to the river. A little further from it, grazing begins. Like thousands of years ago, rams are accompanied by shepherds, astride donkeys, accompanied by huge dogs. But technological progress can also be seen here, as shepherds not only travel with staves and swags, but also electric lamps, gas torches, and even iPads connected to the mobile internet. Tea. Shepherds are always ready to share their simple dinner, and drinking water as well, so essential here. The Phrygian Way passes on the road here. There is no transport on it, none. Surely there will be a car at some point. I'll keep looking. On both sides, fields and pastures extend, not a single tree. It's time to go. Mainur has become absolutely exhausted. She needs to take a break. Tea is waiting for us. After 5 kilometers, I don't want any. Gendarmes have come to the rescue. They have brought us to the nearest city, in which there is a hotel. Valery and Sergei continue to travel on the Phrygian Way. Mainur remains for several days in the town of Sivrihisar. She will join the expedition later. This is how we go. 13 kilometers south of Sivrihisar, near the Turkish village of Balihisar, are the ruins of the ancient city of Pessinus. This was a major religious center. It was ruled by priests who worshipped the ancient Anatolian goddess Mother Cybele. Its symbol was a huge piece of meteorite. Later, it was taken to Rome, and there it was dedicated to the Roman gods and temples. Tourists often come here. The ruins are surrounded with a fencing made from a barbed wire, but there is no entrance fee and no protection. The trail is laid in the middle of the fields. The land is fertile here, but for something to grow, it is necessary to take care of irrigation. The weather has unexpectedly deteriorated. A storm is about to begin. It is necessary to seek shelter. The neighboring house is closed, and this is open. We found an ownerless house on the way. The floor is made of cement, but it is smooth. The roof and the walls are there, but window frames and doors haven't been put yet. Early in the morning, we are on our way. I was spending the night in the house. Hospitable, thanks. The storm is already over, but the sun is not visible. It cannot break through the thick fog. Amazing places. There are traces of human presence here, but the people themselves, nowhere to be seen. Stones, desert, trail. The trail led to the highway. Fortunately, it was not necessary to go on the asphalt. Near the village of Aquiler, we made a short halt. At the same time, tea was boiled, and again, we are on our way on rural roads. You are sure we're going the right way? When did you see marks? 2 of them, there. The trail passes by an old, long-abandoned mill. Water continues to flow, but the millstone is no longer spinning. And there is no one. Who wants to go in the mountains? In the evening, we went to the village of Balikdama. Near here, there is an excellent place for bathing. It is a big rarity on the Phrygian Way. In any case, it is impossible to pass by without bathing ourselves. In the village of Balikdama, there are no shops and even no tea houses. Hospitable locals help out.
О, спасибо.
Thanks.
Спасибо. Да, teşekkür ederim.
Bye-bye, rica ederim.
Да, спасибо.
Yesterday you did it well. In the village of Kertsheik, Mainur has joined Valery and Sergei. She rested several days in Sivrihisar, and now she's ready to continue the journey on the Phrygian Way. Fields of soybeans are irrigated with water from the river. It is pumped with powerful pumps and distributed by a complex network of pipes. It is necessary to supervise all this high-tech equipment, both in the afternoon and at night. The specialist in pumps lives on the riverbank in a wooden tilt cart.
Yok. Araba yok.
We are walking by foot. Sugar is good. In the village of Buzluja, there is no tea stand, but there is tea. The first local we met on our way has said exactly this. He has also invited the travelers to his home to drink tea and at the same time to have supper.
Ну как? Вкусно?
Well, tasty? They ask. Delicious.
Çok güzel.
Afiyet olsun.
Of course, owners have suggested us to stay overnight. Children have matured and have parted. In the big family house, there are empty rooms. But in good weather, it is more interesting not to sleep under a rooftop, but in a tent in the middle of the fields. Have you seen this asphalt? The highway led us to civilization, the first restaurant catering in 4 days of traveling. It isn't salty enough, but it is tasty. The sky grew dark, the wind blew strong, it started to rain. It comes towards us, and the wind is blowing straight at us. From early morning, we went in search of the trail. According to the map, it must pass through the village of Doganai. We only need to find it. We went at random to the first village. How well we are going. Good taxi. From here to the village of Doganai, there is an asphalted road. There isn't enough transport on it, but hitchhiking in Turkey is not a problem. Cars stop for everything that moves here. Why don't you want to walk? You always want to use transport. First time. The second transport for today. Yes. As expected, in the village of Doganai, the travelers managed to return on the Phrygian way. In severe, not Siberian conditions, we use aquatabs. They are intended 1 tablet for 1 liter. Because we have taken water from the small river, we don't know how good it is. Tablets are small. Here we have 1.5 liters, so we will throw 2 tablets. Now it will explode. It's not even dissolving. Ah, no, it started hissing. Great.
Ну, хорошо. Шутник.
We will prepare soup.
Суп есть. Не как лошары ходим.
Borscht with milk soup. Now everything will be all right. How is the soup? Finger licking good. I say, the axe won't be enough. With the axe, it would be more tasty. Not the baiting place. It's okay.
Да, хорошая.
In the village of Boyorin, there are only about 10 houses, a small tea house, and the wireless internet. What's on the internet?
Что в интернете?
Yes, here my wife has written, "Darling, where are you? Hey, where are you?" Write that you are in the village of Boyoren. In the village of Boyoren, Mainur separates from the expedition again. Together, Valery and Sergei keep going further. In Turkey, there is the same process of globalization as around the world. Young people go to the city and older people stay in the villages. New houses are rarely built and old ones gradually collapse. The trail goes on a tractor track. The landscape is monotonous. As soon as the trail reached the road, Valery and Sergei have preferred not to go on it, but to get a lift to reach Han. What are the feelings of the person who eats soup from giblets for the first time? I would just eat and eat. I'm so hungry. I recommend. To your health.
Здоровья.
Many Circassians live in Han. As a rule, these are descendants of those who have got over here from the territory of the North Caucasus, even before the revolution. They hardly speak Russian.
Я знаю по-русски.
The city of Han was founded by Phrygians. They are the ones who carved tunnels in the rock. We left Han towards the evening. We haven't managed to go far. We have put the tent on a mountain slope overlooking the city. Determine where is a good place, bad, and here it is normal. Cool. In the morning we will continue climbing. On the pass over the mountain, there is a Chabensky settlement in the summer. But in the fall, nobody
Что,
lives
никого
here.
нет?
What, there is nobody?
О,
It's
Пустая.
empty.
Шампиньоны.
Champignons. We will eat soup.
вот.
There are champignons. Yes?
Зарудыш какой-то.
An egg, not champignons.
Шампиньон. Яйцо еще. Ну ладно.
The trail descends down a hill overgrown with forest. So cool, wonderful. There is no water, but it's still good. Did you hear? They called us for tea?
Зачем?
And they say there is no tea house and no store.
И магазина нет.
Погнали на чай.
In the village of Agladja, a typical situation on the Phrygian way. Shops? None. Tea? None. Hospitable inhabitants? Yes.
Говорите по-русски?
Do you speak Russian? Circassian? Valery and Sergei came to visit a family of Circassians, refugees from Syria. Treated as dear guests, we immediately began to drink tea. We were also given the opportunity to connect to the internet.
I think Russia the most beautiful country in the world.
The rain has begun. The tea drinking gradually turned into a complete meal. We moved inside the house. The rain has ended. We can continue on our
Двух сторон
journey.
так вот. Thank you. Bye.
The marks are new and reliable.
Маленькие такие. Надежно поставленные. Ну ладно.
Let's think that it's 8 kilometers. 7.
7. Вроде бы.
In the evening, the travelers found the village of Yazilikaya. They have lodged in the office of the archaeologists making excavation on ruins of the Phrygian cities. The field season has already ended, and the huge room was empty. Not in the tent. Near the Turkish village of Yazilikaya, whose name translates as the rock with an inscription, ruins of the ancient Phrygian city of Midas Sechi have remained. Directly opposite of the tomb, there is a rock speckled by caves, as though it was brought here straight from Cappadocia. On the territory of the ancient city are preserved, carved in the rock tank, foundation of temples, roads fragments, and altars. And what is more important, the special energy and a wonderful view of the vicinities. In the village of Gyokchegunzi, they invited us as guests again.
Рус.
Sen attın şeker.
With fresh energy?
Силами.
Yes, of course, after a lunch. After Midas, the landscape changed. The trail passes among the folded hills of volcanic tuff. There are bizarre rock formations. Then begin again the endless plowed fields. An unexpected obstacle. The trail crosses a river. We'll have to go around. 1.5 kilometers to the bridge and then the same amount back.
Всего 8 километров. А у нас получилось 18.
Only 8 kilometers, but we've got 18. We increased our track by more than twice. Will it
Ничего,
rain?
дождь будет?
Будет.
Strongly?
Сильный?
During the
течение
month,
месяца
there definitely
однозначно
will be
будет
some
сильный.
strong
А
ones.
сегодня?
And today, meteorologists, for their predictions, I would do what they did to Cassandra.
Предсказание. Чтоб Кассандру.
Village of Giobacce.
Без чая как
Without tea is like without hands. At least some warm food for the first time since yesterday's lunch. A short break for tea and we're on our way again. We pass the Arch Bridge, which has been preserved since the times of the Ottoman Empire. The houses, the temples, and even the fortresses of Phrygians have not been preserved. Tombs are regularly seen on the Phrygian way, sometimes quite big and ornate. The trail enters a dense pine wood. A small river occurs in the path, a good occasion to make a halt. In the village of Sarijaova, there is neither shops nor tea houses, but there is a dining room for the workers working on the construction of the new channel.
Повезло. Круто.
Lucky, so lucky, this evening. In the evening, we met with the builders, and in the morning, we crossed the channel which they lay. Here, they plan to grow vegetables that need intensive watering. So far, the landscape is semi-desertic. The forest here wasn't there before. Pine trees were planted several years ago. There are man-made landscapes. Fewer and fewer places are left in their original state. In the valleys suitable for agriculture, they already plowed the fields and prepared the vegetable gardens. The path goes downhill through an oak grove. Red and white marks are rare, but the furrow is narrow. You won't get lost. The trail goes past a group of bizarre rocks. They look like they were created by the hands of some artist. But all this diversity, the result of wind and water. I'm climbing. I need something to grab on. Super rock. It was worth it.
Супер скалы. Ух ты! Не зря поднялись.
Dodger, a small sleepy town. The most interesting historic building, the Caravanserai, but the main attraction, very cheap tea. What are the feelings of the person who has the cheapest tea in Turkey for 25 kuruses?
Вот и попробуй.
Try it. Tea for 25? It tastes like it. To September 19th, the travelers have journeyed from the ruins of the ancient city of Gordion to Dodger. The travel on the Phrygian Way comes to an end, and the World Without Visas project continues. Ahead, new travels over the countries visa-free for Russians.